Japanese automakers have just turned up the heat for this year, with the latest new models that bring the wave of innovation filled with bold design statements. Whether you're a fan of cutting-edge technologies, a genuine car enthusiast, or simply appreciate straightforward design and unparalleled precision and craftsmanship, this is the video for you. Because Japanese automakers just revealed 9 new models for 2025 and wowed everybody. Let the countdown begin. Number 9. Honda Prelude. The icon is coming back, and it's easily one of the most anticipated new Japanese cars these days. Although the last time Honda was selling it in North America was decades ago, it left a huge mark and is definitely one of Honda's biggest legends. Reasons? Well, let's say people loved it because of its attractive design, strong performance, and lots of innovative technologies, starting from the fact it was one of the pioneers of the four-wheel steering technology. As for the new model, it's coming back at its true form, not as some generic crossover as it's usually the case these days. No, Honda already presented the concept that it features a sleek two-door sports coupe design. Moreover, that concept looked very production ready, so we don't expect bigger changes once production starts. As for the powertrain, it'll likely be a hybrid, probably with the same or similar setup as the Accord and Civic, though with one significant difference. It'll have a manual gearbox like a proper enthusiast car. Number 8. Toyota Stout. Another well-known nameplate from the past is coming back, and this time it's from Toyota. The original Stout was loved for its compact dimensions, reliability, and low running costs. So the moment Ford introduced the Maverick, it was just a matter of time before the Japanese automaker would revive its legend and compete in the newly formed segment. Toyota already presented a concept called EPU, and although it was originally imagined as an electric pickup, the initial versions will come rather as hybrids. As for dimensions, things will be quite typical for the segment with nearly 200 inches in total length. Still, one significant difference is the wheelbase, which is over 130 inches long. That may bring benefits in various aspects when compared to the Maverick's 121-inch wheelbase. Back to the powertrain. The new truck will share the platform with small Toyotas like the Corolla Cross and Prius, so we expect to see the same setup with a 2-liter inline-4 engine and a couple of electric motors that provide a combined output of around 200 horsepower. Besides adequate power for the segment, the Stout should be incredibly efficient with such setup, with over 40 miles per gallon combined. Number 7. Nissan Maxima EV. When Nissan ended the production of its 8th generation Maxima in 2023, many thought this was the end of a model that was a prominent player in the full-size segment for over 4 decades. But as it turns out, this is just a short break because it's coming back. Luckily for Maxima fans, the form remains the same. The new model will also feature a full-size sedan body style, but on the other hand, things will be a bit different under the skin, because the new Maxima is part of Nissan's EV program for the future. The new 9th generation will share most of its parts with models like the Aria. Still, we expect to see a setup that's a bit more powerful, maybe the one from the IM's concept with 483 horsepower and 590 pound-feet. What's also expected to be heavily influenced by the IM's concept is the styling, as the production version will feature a similar blend of sharp lines and futuristic LED lighting groups. Number 6. Toyota bZ5X. Although Toyota is often seen as a company that strongly opposes electrification, let's face the fact. Another EV from the world's largest automaker is on its way. This time, it's for a model called the bZ5X, and as the name suggests, it'll sit above the bZ4X as the largest EV in its lineup. This will be a 3-row SUV, so we could say that it'll have the same role as the Highlander in the combustion sector. For now, details about the powertrain and performance are still kept a secret, but we expect to see a competitive range and charging times, which isn't exactly the case in the aforementioned bZ4X. Most likely, a dual-motor version with all-wheel drive will be part of the standard offer. Toyota's ambition with this one is to offer an all-electric family SUV that's capable, spacious, and practical, but it also plans to offer it at a competitive price, considering that the latest reports suggest a starting price of around $50,000. Number 5. Next generation Corolla. Although the Corolla doesn't have the reputation of being the most exciting car in the world, news about the next generation definitely sounds exciting to many. After all, this is the best-selling car of all time, so its place on this list is well-earned. What's important to say is that this redesign is about to bring some really groundbreaking novelties. The biggest one is definitely the new plug-in hybrid setup based on Toyota's new 1.5-liter Turbo 4. That setup will undoubtedly be a strong performer, but power isn't the most important part of it. It's the range, because the latest reports suggest that this version will be able to make 1,300 miles with a full battery and a full tank of gas, and that's quite an achievement. Of course, new styling and interior design are coming too, adapted to the brand's latest design philosophy. Also, we believe that despite the new plug-in hybrid, most of its sales will continue to go on the standard hybrid, which is expected to carry on with small to moderate updates with a further focus on efficiency. Number 4. Next generation Subaru Outback. Despite that most of the list is reserved for brand new or revived models, we're pretty sure that redesigns of models like the Outback are equally important, if not even more. Because we're talking about an iconic wagon that's been enjoying the status of one of the most versatile vehicles on the market for decades. The new generation is on the way, and one of the biggest changes will be its exterior design. From what we can see in spy photos, the new model features a bolder, more upright shape that's closer to an SUV than a wagon. Details about the interior are yet to come, but we presume it'll get similar treatment to the new Forester. Under the hood, the big novelty will be a hybrid powertrain co-developed with Toyota, but still relying on a boxer engine. As for the rest of the lineup, the 2.5-liter naturally aspirated flat 4 and 2.4-liter turbo flat 4 are about to carry on with minimal or no revisions. Of course, all-wheel drive remains a signature feature, while most likely CVT will once again be the only transmission on offer, unfortunately. Number 3. Next generation Mazda CX5. The CX5 was planned to be discontinued a couple of years ago, but its successor, the CX50, has been struggling to establish a good position on the market ever since. Simply, people like the old CX5 more because it looks more elegant, more straightforward, and most importantly, it features better build quality, which isn't a surprise considering it's still built in Japan rather than the US. Therefore, Mazda management made the most logical move. They started preparing the next generation, and that one will arrive already by the end of this year. CX5 fans are eagerly waiting for the new iteration of the Kodo design language, along with even more luxurious interior design, but this time, changes will be substantial too. Mazda's working on a new engine technology called the Skyactiv Z, which will use the Lambda 1 combustion method to improve efficiency and meet the latest emission standard. For now, it's unknown whether the new engine will come with or without a turbocharger or maybe both, but we know that there's also a hybrid version in the works, not a Toyota-based one, but in-house developed. Number 2. Infiniti QX65. Infiniti is preparing for a big novelty for this year. After the successful launch of the new generation QX80, it's time for a brand new model called the QX65. The name clearly suggests that it's going to be a coupe SUV, and the recent official photos clearly confirm that claim. The same images also show the new design language, characterized by extensive use of LED lighting groups that enhance the futuristic flavor. Clearly, the QX65 will be closely related to the more conventional QX60 3-row SUV, but we also expect some upgrades on the inside, both in terms of style and technology. Of course, due to the coupe SUV design and sloping roof, this one will feature less cargo space and probably won't have a third row. The good old 3.5-liter V6 under the hood is a safe pick, though we won't exclude the possibility of seeing a 2-liter Turbo 4. Number 1. Lexus TZ. The Lexus TZ is one of the biggest novelties coming from Japan this year because Toyota's luxury brand is about to step up the game and bring a competitive EV. Unlike the RZ, which features quite disappointing autonomy, this one will be based on a completely new EV architecture which will, among other things, provide a much longer range and faster charging speed. Besides new technology, the Lexus TZ will also stand out with its large dimensions and cabin spacious enough for 3 rows and up to 7 passengers, establishing itself as a genuine luxury family SUV of the modern era. Thanks for watching and see you next time.